Hello, my friend. Welcome to Dreamcaster Sleep Stories. My name is Timothy, and it's a gentle pleasure to be here with you as you settle into rest tonight. This isn't really a story in the usual sense. It's more of a quiet journey, a soft place to land at the end of the day. Tonight's tale is designed to be slow, safe, and comforting. Something you can listen to without effort, letting the words drift around you as sleep comes naturally. There's nothing you need to do, nothing you need to follow closely. Just allow yourself to relax and be carried. In a moment, we'll begin with a short relaxation, gently easing you out of the day and into the night. And then, when you're ready, the dream will unfold. Before we begin, there's nothing you need to do right now. No effort to make, no focus to hold, no need to listen perfectly. You're welcome to let the sound of my voice simply rest in the background, like a familiar presence in the room, quiet, steady, and kind. If your eyes are open, they can close whenever they're ready. If they're already closed, you don't need to change anything at all. Just notice where you are. Notice the surface beneath you, the bed, the couch, the floor, or whatever is supporting you tonight. You don't need to analyze it. Just feel that it's there, steady, reliable, holding you without effort. And beneath that support, there is more. The room around you, the building you're in, the ground beneath it, and beneath all of that, the earth itself, quiet, solid, constant. Nothing to prove, nothing to earn, just support all the way down. As you rest here, you may notice your breathing. There's no need to change it, no need to deepen it. Just let it move naturally, in its own rhythm, in and out, each breath gently reminding your body that it's safe to slow down. If thoughts arrive, that's perfectly okay. Thoughts are simply something the mind does, like waves on water. You don't need to stop them. You don't need to follow them. You can let them drift past, one by one, softly, without holding on. If any part of your body feels tight, or tired, or heavy, you don't need to fix it. Just notice it and allow it to soften a little, as much as it's willing to tonight. Your shoulders can rest, your jaw can loosen, your face can smooth, even the muscles around your eyes can let go. There is nowhere you need to be now, nothing waiting for you in this moment. The day has done all it needs to do, and whatever tomorrow brings can wait. Right now, this time belongs to rest, to stillness, to quiet. As my voice continues, you may find that you listen less closely. That's a good sign. It means your mind is beginning to settle, finding its way towards sleep, all on its own. You don't need to follow every word. You don't need to imagine clearly. You can drift, you can wander, you can rest. And as the story slowly unfolds, it will carry you gently, without effort, into a place where the night feels calm and the world feels far away. You're safe here, you're supported here, and whenever you're ready, without any announcement or signal, the story will simply begin. There is a forest that does not rush you. It does not call out loudly. It does not demand your attention. It simply waits patiently, as forests have always done. Tonight, without any effort at all, you find yourself nearing its edge. You don't remember deciding to come here. There was no plan, no preparation. It feels as though the day slowly loosened its grip on you, and when it finally let go, this place was simply there. You stand just before the forest now, beneath a sky brushed softly with moonlight. The air is cool but kind. It rests against your skin like a gentle reassurance. as if reminding you that you are safe, and that nothing is required of you anymore. Behind you, the noise of the world has already faded. No traffic, no voices, no unfinished thoughts pulling at your attention. Only the quiet presence of tall trees, their branches swaying slowly above you, moving together as if following a rhythm only they can hear. And then you notice it, a sound, not sudden, not sharp. At first, it feels more like a feeling than a sound at all. A low, warm hum drifting through the forest, so soft that your body responds before your mind does. Your shoulders lower slightly. Your breathing deepens without being asked. This forest is known for that. They say it sings, not with voices and not with words, but with tones that settle the mind and melodies that remind the body how to rest. You take a slow step forward. The ground beneath your feet is gentle and forgiving, covered in moss and fallen leaves that cushion each movement. Nothing crunches, nothing startles. Even your footsteps seem to understand that this is a place for quiet. As you move deeper, the moonlight filters down through the canopy above, breaking into soft silver patterns that shift slowly across the forest floor. Each step carries you further from the day you've had, and closer to a night that asks nothing from you at all. The singing becomes clearer now, still subtle, still distant. It rises and falls like a breath, like the sound of wind moving through tall grass, or waves rolling gently toward a quiet shore. You don't need to listen closely. In fact, the less you try, the more easily it reaches you. The forest understands tired minds. It knows how much you carry. That's why it sings the way it does, slowly, patiently, never asking you to keep up. You pass between two ancient trees, their trunks wide and steady, standing like quiet guardians at the entrance to a deeper path. As you cross between them, something shifts, not around you, but within. It's as if your thoughts, once scattered and restless, begin to settle naturally, like leaves drifting down onto still water. The path ahead curves gently, inviting without insisting. You follow it easily. There is no urgency here, no destination you need to reach. The forest is not taking you somewhere. It is simply staying with you, while the rest of the world falls away. And as the singing continues, soft, rhythmic, endlessly calm, you begin to sense that this forest has been waiting for you, not just tonight, but every night you've needed rest, and didn't quite know where to find it. Oh, you are welcome here. You always have been. The path continues gently forward, curving in ways that feel natural, as though it formed long ago, with tired travelers in mind. You don't question where it leads. There is no need. Each step feels easier than the last, your body moving almost on its own, guided by the soft song that drifts through the trees. Now that you're listening, without effort, without focus, you notice the layers within it. A low, steady tone, like a distant cello played slowly. Above it, a softer whisper, as though the leaves themselves are humming in agreement. And beneath it all, a rhythm, not fast, not slow, a rhythm that matches your breathing, before you even realize it has. In and out. With each breath, the forest seems to breathe with you. The air grows warmer here, not in temperature, but in feeling, as if the forest has drawn a little closer, wrapping itself around you, in quiet understanding. You pass a small clearing where moonlight pools softly on the ground, lighting patches of moss that glow faintly silver. You pause not because you must, but because your body feels invited to rest for a moment. Standing there, you realize something important. Nothing here is watching you. Nothing expects anything from you. The forest does not judge. It does not measure time. It does not care how long it takes you to let go. The song continues, steady, patient, never growing louder, never fading away. It's not trying to lead you somewhere specific. It's simply staying with you. You move again, your steps slower now, as if the ground itself is encouraging you to take your time. The trees seem taller here, their branches weaving together overhead, like the beams of a vast open hall. Yet the space never feels closed in. Instead, it feels protected, safe, as though the forest has created this place, specifically to hold moments like this one. Moments when the mind begins to loosen its grip. Thoughts still come, but they pass through more easily now. They drift by like faint echoes, losing their shape before they can settle. The song helps with that. Each note seems to gently carry a thought away, setting it down somewhere quiet, where it no longer needs your attention. You notice your body responding. Your jaw softens. Your shoulders sink. Your hands rest more easily at your sides. Even your eyes feel heavier now, as though the forest itself is giving them permission to close, if they wish. Ahead, the path widens slightly, and the trees begin to thin just enough to reveal something new. A circle of stones, smooth and worn, arranged naturally around the base of an ancient tree. At its center, the song feels strongest, not louder, but closer. You step into the circle and feel a subtle stillness settle around you. This place feels like the heart of the forest, not a center you must reach, but a place that exists, so you can simply be. You don't sit down, you don't lie down, you just stand, supported, held. The song shifts here, becoming slower, more spacious. Pauses stretch gently between the notes, inviting your own thoughts to fade into the spaces between them. In those quiet moments, you feel something rare, a sense that you are exactly where you need to be. Nothing unfinished, nothing missing, just this breath and the next. The forest seems to sense that you're ready, ready to go deeper, not farther, but softer. And as the song continues to wrap itself around you, you realize that the forest isn't singing to keep you awake. It's singing, so you don't have to try anymore.
The stillness within the circle lingers, unbroken, unhurried. You notice that the forest no longer feels like something around you. It feels like something beneath you, supporting you, holding you without effort. The ground is cool and steady, and even as you remain standing, your body responds as though it has found a place to rest. The song continues, but now it feels closer still, not coming from the trees, not from the air, but from somewhere deeper, as if the forest has learned the sound of your breathing and is quietly singing back to it. Each note arrives gently, rests for a moment, and then fades, making space for the next. Nothing overlaps, nothing rushes. Time itself seems to soften here, stretching gently, losing its sharp edges. You become aware of how little effort it takes to remain, how easy it is to simply allow this moment to continue. Your thoughts move more slowly now. Some dissolve before they fully form. Others drift through like distant memories, quiet, weightless, unable to disturb the calm. The forest welcomes them all, and then lets them go. You feel warmth spreading gently through your chest. Not heat, but a quiet ease, a sense of being cared for, without being watched. of being present, without being required. The ancient tree at the center of the clearing stands silently beside you, its wide trunk steady and patient. It has stood here through countless nights like this, through moments of worry, of letting go, of deep and healing rest. If it could speak, it would say nothing at all. His presence is enough. The song shifts again, so subtly you almost don't notice. The pauses grow longer, the tones lower. The forest seems to be slowing everything down, layer by layer, thought by thought, breath by breath. Your breathing follows naturally, longer exhales, softer inhales. There is no instruction, no guidance. Your body remembers how to do this on its own. You notice that the edges of the clearing feel farther away now, as if the space has expanded gently, giving you room to sink without falling. The forest does not pull you downward. It simply removes the need to hold yourself upright. You might feel a subtle heaviness in your limbs, a pleasant weight, like settling into warm blankets after a long day. Your hands feel relaxed. Your legs feel loose. Even the small muscles you rarely notice have begun to let go. The song becomes almost like a lullaby now. Simple, repetitive, familiar, even if you've never heard it before. It doesn't try to tell you a story. It doesn't lead you anywhere. It simply stays, steady and patient, until your awareness begins to drift on its own. The forest understands this moment well. It knows the space between wakefulness and sleep. It lives here, and it keeps this place safe. As the notes continue to rise and fall, you may notice that you no longer feel the need to follow them. They exist whether you listen or not, whether you notice them or not. The forest will continue singing, even as your attention softens, even as your thoughts fade, even as rest begins to take over. You don't have to stay awake for what comes next. Nothing important will be missed. The forest will remain. The song will continue, and you will be held quietly, gently, exactly as you are.
The forest does not change as this happens. It does not mark the moment when awareness softens a little more, or when the line between listening and dreaming begins to blur. It simply continues. The song flows on, steady and unbroken, as if it has all the time in the world. You may notice that the sound feels farther away now, or perhaps closer than ever. Both are true here. The forest does not measure distance the way the waking world does. It measures comfort, and you are fully within it now. The ancient tree beside you remains quiet and still, his presence constant, his patience endless. The clearing holds its shape, even as your sense of it grows softer, less defined. Edges fade, details loosen. What remains is the feeling of being supported, of being safe, of being allowed to rest without explanation. The song becomes simpler still, fewer notes, longer spaces. Each tone arrives like a gentle reassurance and leaves without asking you to notice. Your breathing is slow now, easy and natural. Each exhale carries away anything that remains unfinished, anything that once felt heavy. The forest accepts it all and asks nothing in return. Time drifts, moments stretch and dissolve, without needing names. You no longer need to stand, or listen, or imagine. The forest will do that for you. It will continue to sing, through the leaves, through the roots, through the quiet spaces between thoughts. Even if your awareness slips away entirely, the song remains. Even if sleep comes gently and fully, the forest stays just as it is, patient, steady, kind. And if at any moment you were to stir, you would find nothing has changed. The moonlight would still rest softly on the ground. The trees would still sway in their slow, knowing rhythm. The song would still be there, waiting, not calling, simply offering rest. There is no ending here, no final note. The forest does not stop singing, just because you stop listening. It sings through the night, through the quiet hours, through every gentle breath. And somewhere within that song, you are already resting, already drifting, already exactly W. Here you need to be. The forest sings on,